What if planets twinkled like stars? Imagine looking at the sky on a clear night, but this time, the planets, which usually appear as fixed objects, twinkle just like the stars. The sky would be brighter and the night atmosphere more magical. But what's really happening behind this phenomenon? Why don't planets twinkle like stars? And what would happen if they did? In this article, we will dive into this intriguing question.
Stars, like the Sun, are massive, fiery bodies emitting huge amounts of light and heat. However, what we see from Earth isn't the direct light from the star itself, it's the result of the light interacting with Earth's atmosphere. When starlight passes through the atmosphere, it scatters because of air particles, causing the light to flicker, which makes it appear to twinkle. So, the atmosphere causes the flickering we observe from Earth. If planets twinkled like stars, it would mean that there is an additional light source on the planets themselves. But, as we'll see, planets don't have this natural ability to emit light.
Planets, like Earth, cannot produce their own light. Although they reflect sunlight that falls on them, they appear as fixed points of light in the sky. Unlike stars, which are massive fiery objects that generate light and heat, planets are either rocky or gaseous worlds that do not glow like stars. Planets appear in the sky as steady, unchanging objects because they lack an internal light source, which is why they don't twinkle or flicker. They simply reflect sunlight the same way the moon reflects sunlight, and they remain constant in the night sky. This is why planets don't experience the same scattering of light that happens with starlight in the atmosphere. Now, let's imagine together what would happen if planets twinkled like stars. Initially, this would completely change how we see the sky. If planets were to generate light the way stars do, the sky would be filled with shimmering, ever-changing celestial objects. This could mean that planets would become glowing sources of light, much like stars, leading to a complete rearrangement of our solar system. But scientifically, this is impossible. The reason stars twinkle is due to their massive size and the energy they produce through nuclear fusion inside them. Planets, on the other hand, don't have these processes. They are either cold, rocky bodies or gas giants, and thus can't transform into light-producing objects like stars. If planets twinkled like stars, it would dramatically alter how we view the sky. The sky would become a canvas of scattered lights, with planets glowing alongside stars. It would make the sky much busier and brighter. Sometimes it would become difficult to distinguish between planets and stars, leading to confusion in identifying whether a point of light is a star or a planet. With this change in the sky's appearance, it might become harder to spot planets with the naked eye without using advanced telescopes or other space instruments. We might need to use more sophisticated technology to differentiate between planets and stars. If planets twinkled like stars, it could have a significant psychological and social impact. Planets might become new symbols in our culture, just as stars have represented symbols in ancient myths and religions. People might start contemplating the sky differently, as each planet would not only be a fixed object, but a glowing entity that attracts attention. On the other hand, this effect could also have scientific consequences. Planets could gain more attention in astronomical research, and this might change how we perceive the possibility of life on other planets. If planets were capable of emitting light, they might be viewed as more dynamic environments, fueling the search for extraterrestrial life. In the future, if planets twinkled like stars, scientists might rethink how to explore these planets. Twinkling planets might become new centers of interest in space exploration, and this could shift the focus of our efforts in space studies. Planets that emitted light might be viewed as more dynamic, which could enhance the search for life beyond Earth.
Ultimately, if planets twinkled like stars, there could be noticeable changes in the environment. Celestial factors could potentially have more powerful effects on Earth's climate. We might witness shifts in gravity or even orbital movements of planets, indirectly affecting life on Earth. If planets twinkled like stars, the sky would be more exciting and filled with lights, dramatically changing how we view space and understand the universe. Although this scenario is scientifically impossible, given the current nature of planets, it opens our minds to thinking about the universe in a new way, making us reflect on how these celestial bodies impact our lives and beliefs.